In typical fashion, Stylus has added more of kind of the same thing that's in this game already, but in a little bit of a weird fashion. So they have added more AKs to the game, and not in your typical Automat Kalashnikov Sovietsky Russia type of way. It's more along the lines of the K series of weapons. K-pop stands unite, as you now have the power of AK. So yeah, like I said, they have added AK conversions basically for the K series of weapons. That includes the K1A, the K2, and the K7 got a 5.56 conversion. I know that's not like AK, but you know, that's later. But the other two are now AKs. And with that, they get the big, silly, goofy magazine. And to be honest, fairly average stats. So to kind of go over the basics of the stats, you're getting faster muzzle velocity, slightly better suppression, slightly better camera recoil at the cost of worse gun recoil, faster equip speed, walk speed, and aim speed, and that's basically where the differences end. For the most part, at least for the K2, it's exactly the same. As long as I'm understanding the advanced tab correctly, and hopefully I'm not butchering that. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. But they've also added a full stock 2 to the K2 as well, which is just kind of, yeah. I don't think that it changes kind of a whole lot, to be honest. I mean, it looks interesting. That's one way to describe that. First game of the day, already looking like a pro. Basically, as soon as you start shooting this thing, though, it goes up and to the left, so that's something that you kind of have to compensate for before you even start shooting. You just have to be aware of where the gun is going to immediately go. So Counter-Strike players can also unite, because apparently they're going to be used to this immediately. That is, if you didn't play 2,000 hours of Dust 2. Really, though, if you kind of look at it, the K2 is actually kind of worse. I mean, if you're just comparing at least damage alone, I mean, yeah, you're getting the same time to kill and like a slightly faster fire rate with this than the actual AKM, but like it doesn't have the same like 4-shot capability that this does. But I'm definitely noticing like a huge difference in like actual practical recoil. You could probably get used to how the K2 actually functions, but the AKM, just with basically the same attachments on it, feels like it's so much better. So little P-brains can also rejoice because they can just sit there, hold mouse 1, and be just as accurate with the normal AKM, and they don't have to worry about getting 1,000 kills with the K2 to use something that's basically worse. So that's neat. Now if we actually compare it to the K1A, there might be quite a difference here because of the close-up damage and the fire rate. Now if we compare these two directly, now keep in mind I'm trying to match the attachments as best as I can here, so that's what we're rolling with here. But if we check between these two here, it appears on the surface that the K2, or sorry, the K1A, the carbine one, might be better. It has quite a bit of a faster fire rate, it has better close-up damage, the time to kill is a little bit faster, but damage range falls off pretty hard. Muzzle velocity is a lot lower by like 25% just about. It has pretty similar camera recoil, but it looks like the actual gun recoil is seemingly quite a bit worse. So overall, it seems pretty balanced, at least just kind of with like different types of trade-offs. It just kind of depends on your playstyle that would make maybe this a little bit better. But honestly, recoil still seems pretty good, especially compared to the K2, whatever that was. Minus my horrid attempt at lasering the enemy right there. The damage actually is pretty good up close. I would certainly hope that the silly little numbers wouldn't lie to me. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I like it more than the K2. It seems a little bit more accurate. Definitely has less, like, what's the word for it? It's definitely more new player friendly, we'll just say that. However, it does still have that 1,000 kill requirement, so it's not going to be something that you just grab as soon as you get the gun, unless you buy it with credits, or unless you really have a whole day to do nothing else with. Now, just as a side note, I gotta include this because I know if I don't, people are going to shriek that the K7 has a conversion. This is not an AK, the 5.56 is the M4 round, but the K7, the SMG variant of the two, with the integrated suppressor, comes with a new M4 magazine whenever it's typically a pistol cartridge thing, like this. I'm not really going to bother with any comparisons here because it's just another well, this one's actually 1,500, oh gosh. It kind of becomes its own thing with all the different attachments on it. Damage is okay, there's no torso multiplier, so even point blank, you're not going to be 3-shotting unless you headshot. 6-shot at a distance, 850 fire rate. Wait, no, they took away the barrel attachments. There used to be barrel attachments for this. No. Dude, that already takes this down a couple notches. Oh no. I'm already getting a vibe, though, that this up close is going to be pretty useful because of that really high fire rate, but I wouldn't necessarily deem it better than the M4A1 or M16A3 that has the same round, and decently similar stats at least. Well, for those of you that have stuck around this long, I have a big project coming up soon, which I streamed yesterday, which you would have known if you had notifications on. Turn those on, by the way, and subscribe if you're new. But I spent nearly 200,000 credits on unboxing, and it'd make me really happy if you guys made sure to stick around for that video. That should be coming out in a couple of days. It's a big thing, so it's going to take a while, but I'm sure that you'll love it. Cool. Yeah. See you later. She's gonna do it.
She's doomed.
God. Oh, damn.
Look at it go. Oh my god. They're running a woman over. They're squeezing her.
So we still got it.
No.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm on the death list.